Hello, this is Peter, Kenshin1913, along with
Rob.
And we are on location. And this for this episode, what are we going to be making? Oh, this is another Cooking with Kenshin1913. And what are we going to be making today?
Kind of conveyed that.
Yeah, well, no, I always got to say it. But what are we making today, Rob?
Mud pie.
God, so good.
And coma-inducing. All right, for the recipe for mud pie, we will be using Confectioners Sugar, vanilla pudding mix, Cool Whip or whatever, cream cheese, milk, America's favorite cookie, Oreo. Our bowl has 2 blocks of cream cheese. For this recipe, if you want to use the Neufchâtel, go for it. Regular cream cheese, Neufchâtel, it's not really going to matter at the end. 1/2 cup Confectioners Sugar, called snow sugar, powdered sugar, whatever. I'm going to dump those in. And I'm going to be using my egg beaters. We're going to start mixing them up. All right, so put the mixers to the bowl, do it up.
So, Rob, where did you end up learning this recipe?
I cannot even remember. We've been making it for a good 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And I have no idea where it came from. I will ask the matriarch in a few moments.
Right.
If she remembers, and then we can get an answer for that question.
Yeah.
But as of now, I don't remember at all.
Yeah, and I think if you have the cream cheese at like room temp, that'd probably help a little bit better if you had it.
Oh yeah, always soften your cream cheese. Well, I think most people, if they're going to start with cream cheese, they know that. Maybe they didn't, you just put it in there. Yeah, laying down knowledge, Pete.
Yeah. So if you want it, you just gotta get everything all whipped.
Yep, we're getting that a little soft. We're going to add our next 2 ingredients, which we'll show you in a moment. All right, now we're going to add 2 packets of vanilla pudding mix.
Right.
By all means, you can do chocolate if you want, or any flavor you really like. Vanilla is just going to keep this looking fairly white. And I'm going to...
Yeah, and it's 2 small packets, not like 2 family size.
No, the 2 regular ones. Right. I'm going to do this a little bit, and then I'm going to start adding in my milk. 1.5 cups. But I'm going to add this a little slow. I'm not going to add all at once.
Right.
And the confectioner's sugar and vanilla pudding are both going to start soaking up that milk.
Right. Yeah, so this meal is very, very rich and very heavy. So if you're gonna make this, I advise that you don't plan on doing anything for the next 2 hours after you eat it.
No.
Unless you eat a little bit, which will be fine. But yeah.
Work out before you have this.
Yeah. One great thing about this, the great story we had, is one day we were making some mud pie, and then we ate it later, or my buddy Rob, he made it, and then we ate it later, and my buddy Dennis was like, I'm gonna die.
Your brother and Dennis, the 2 most athletic people we knew,
we're not.
They were in bad shape afterwards.
No, yeah, they were on the floor, just.
They were literally stretched out on the floor, trying to feel better.
Yeah, it was great. So anyways, yeah, they were down on the ground.
Down for the count.
They were down. And it was hilarious because me, you, and your brother, the 3 big guys, went outside and played football.
Yeah, I don't know if that means we were just so fat we're used to dealing with full stomachs all the time or what. Or those skinny guys' stomachs were just not as big as our eyeballs.
Right.
So, this is most of it. What we're going to do next is add our Cool Whip.
Nice.
And we don't really need the beaters for that. We're just going to kind of fold it in with our spatula.
Right.
All right, we're back. We are back. And we have been instructed by the Grand Master.
Right.
My mother.
The master of mud pie.
She told us to add another 1.5 cups for a total of 3 cups of milk.
Right.
So I guess we were thinking of 1.5 cups per box.
Right.
So we added that, and now we're gonna keep going.
Yeah. So obviously, this thing is gonna end up being thick, but you don't want it super thick. Our buddy Todd, he made a recipe one time that was an icebox cake, and that icebox cake was so thick because he barely put any milk in it.
It's kind of like eating a brick.
Yeah, and we pretty much were all constipated the next day. It was awful. And I swore that I would never eat anything Todd made. bought it, I'll eat it. But if he made it, no thanks, man. No thanks.
Do the old scrape down.
Right.
Get all the delicious goodies.
Yeah, and it should be it should be kind of thick.
This really kind of looks like pudding right now, like normal pudding would. Let's let it go a little more. Maybe we can get a little more air in there.
Right.
So this is looking pretty good. It looks a little loose, and that's all right because it's gonna set longer in the fridge, and we're gonna get a little more body out of it with the Cool Whip. Speaking of which, we're gonna add that now.
Yeah, we got one large tub.
One big ass tub, 16 ounces.
Yes.
We're gonna add about 3/4 of it at first. See what it looks like. And if it looks like it needs a little more, put a little more in. So let's see.
So yeah, just looking at this is already looking heavenly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna kind of fold this in. And,
You don't have to be super gentle with it, but
no.
you don't want to beat the crap out of the Cool Whip because it's light and airy for a reason.
Right.
And by all means, if you hate the fake dairy stuff, you want to use with cream, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to make your own.
Yeah. Now we were just discussing a moment ago about you could totally, because this is a pretty dense recipe as we've been mentioning. But if you wanted to use like low-fat cream cheese or low-fat or like sugarless pudding, you totally could.
Go to town.
Because it really doesn't affect the flavors that much because there's so much stuff happening in here.
Yeah.
That you'd be fine.
Yeah. You don't want to beat this though. Like I said, with you don't want to take all the niceness, the light airiness out of the Cool Whip.
Right.
All right. This actually looks pretty good, Pete. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
All right. We're gonna do our next step, which is gonna be beat the shit out of some cookies.
Nice.
Sweet. We'll be right back. All right. Take your cookies, stick them in a plastic baggie. Many as you can comfortably fit inside. You want to leave a little space though.
Right.
I didn't have a gallon-sized bag because Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
And I hate the new fucking Oreo boxes, by the way.
The new Oreo containers just stink.
Look at this. You can get to roughly quarter of the cookies all right.
Right.
These ones, they're not bad. They're a little bit of pain. These ones, they get fucked up.
Yeah, they get lonely.
It's ridiculous.
You can't reach them. It's all messed up.
Yeah. So use Oreo, use Hydrox, use store brand. It does not matter.
No.
The only thing that matters when it comes to cookies, no matter what you like to buy in Dunkin' Milk, don't use double stuff for this.
No.
It's too much cream, not enough cookie. Use any color, flavor you want. Just don't buy double stuff.
Right. So we're just gonna smash.
Just using a normal, meat cleaver, meat maggot. What is this called?
The meat tenderizer.
Meat tenderizer. There we go. I'm a chef.
Yeah, man. You're a cook.
I am barely that. I am not that.
So you gotta crush these up, right?
Yeah.
Take your aggression out on some cookies.
Hell yeah. Don't waste time in cleaning of a food processor, by the way, either. Because you don't want them to be crumbs. You want them to be a little bit of texture's fine.
Right.
You don't need to kill yourself.
So we're just gonna pretty much do that to all the cookies.
Yes, we are.
And then we'll come back and show you what we will do with them. And this is pretty much what it should look like.
Yeah.
Crumbled,
That's
but
good.
still have
Some
a
bigger
lot.
chunks are fine.
Right, yeah, because you don't want to do a perfect job because you want texture, like Rob was saying.
Yeah. So, we'll be right back with a pile 2/3 as big as this. All right. We have our crushed cookies. We have our base pudding mix. And now it is so simple, even I can do it. We layer it into our serving dish. We're using a trifle dish.
Yeah, it makes the presentation so much nicer.
It does. A couple big scoops and then spread it around, even it out.
Yeah, so now I was thinking that you actually put the Oreos inside here, but you actually do nice like layers.
No, we layer, yes.
Right.
So, we do a layer of our pudding, and we do
Mud pie. This is why
layer.
it's mud right here.
This is the, and there's a million probably different names for this and a million different variations on this.
One thing you could do, I guess, I think I've had it one time where you guys put gummy worms in there, right?
Gummy worms we usually save for the top. A little decoration for our mud pie.
Right. And it's delicious.
It looks like dirt, so you put worms in it,
So yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this, keep adding, then just save a some cookies for the top.
Yes,
so
you always
can
want cookies on the top.
Yeah, so we're just gonna continually layer with pudding filling, and then cookies, and then pudding filling and cookies. So we'll be back to show you the top.
So we are done. We got 3 layers. I like a nice thick layer of cookies on top. And this is where if you want to drop some gummy worms on there, go to town. If you really want to put anything on there, anything you think will make it look nice, sliced strawberries, some handful of fruit. You want to wrap Oreos all the way around here?
Yeah, totally.
Go to town. And by all means, clean up your bowl, make it look a little better.
Right. So one thing, as we were discussing, is this is you're gonna have to put this in the fridge.
Yep, looks nice in layers.
Yes, it does. Looks great. Looks so delicious. I want to eat it now, but I gotta contain myself. But anyways, you gotta put it in the fridge for at least up to what, 2 hours at least?
I'd say at least 2 hours. Overnight is nice.
Yeah. So this is a perfect thing.
tomorrow.
Yeah, perfect thing to make for overnight if you're bringing somewhere the next
Oh, yeah.
day. So yeah, let's eat it.
Let's do it.
All right, so this is our mud pie mixture. Looks delicious, doesn't it? Got the layers of Oreos and mud pie filling.
And this serving
It's perfect.
is easily for 2 people.
Right.
Like, I think if one of us ate it, we'd die.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You definitely.
We wouldn't move until like Monday morning.
Yeah, and I could probably do that, and I wouldn't even care.
It is Friday night. What do you got to do tomorrow?
It's so delicious, and I apologize for the crumbs.
I overstuffed it. What are you gonna do?
Brings back that feeling of being young and in shape. But yeah, you got the vanilla, you got the crunchy Oreo. If you let this set, like we didn't really let this set as much as we should have, but it's still delicious. But when you let it set, the Oreo gets a little more soft and absorbs some of that.
It's almost al dente.
Right.
Gets.
But yeah, this is
And it's just
amazing.
delicious. It's pudding. It's Cool Whip. It's cream cheese.
Yeah, where you go wrong.
I mean, if you don't like any of those,
then you must be lactose intolerant. But that's besides the point.
good point.
Anyway, so I have been Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with Rob. Thank you for being in this and showing us how to make this delicious dessert.
Anytime.
And yeah, we will see you in the next Cooking with Kenshin1913.
I probably won't.